I guess it's actually going. Okay, this is nice. Okay. I'm going to talk about Saturday of the Souls. I have had the most crazy negative domino week. Just constant insanity. Just I I'm not even going to catch you up. It was so bizarre, but it finally ended with some good news. So that was really nice, finally. So then tonight I knew that there was going to be a Vespers. Now I had to fight with myself because at the Greek church there's a Spanish Paraclesis, and I love to go to that. But I knew I wanted to go to Vespers because I was hoping I could see my priest and get ready for tomorrow for Saturday. So I went tonight, and I get there, and it's just a handful of us and no priest. So here I am coming into the narthex, and I'm getting candles, right? Okay. Well, there's nothing lit, and I think maybe one time have I ever been in the narthex and nothing was lit. So I'm kind of looking around, and a friend of mine who I asked to help me with lots of things, um, he's very kind to me, and he has the best sense of humor, just very dry. Um, I was like, then I found matches. So I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, this is how my brain works. Wait a minute. They use matches? Because I had always thought that there was this because I always see it on the altar that there's a flame there, and I thought it was always lit from there. So he's like, no, they use the matches. But at one time, he had offered to like go and get the ones that were close to the icon of Christ on the right side of the front. But anyways, I lit a match. Oh my goodness. So I did light my matches, and I stood out there and I prayed for relatives and friends of relatives, and it was nice. So I expected I was going to be smelling incense, even though I know that there's not incense at Vespers. Still, sometimes you can smell it. There was no smell, and then it was darker in there than I would have normally have expected it to be, even though, the sun was going down. And everyone was recollecting, oh, the priest isn't here. So that was a surprise. We were talking about that. And I was so forlorn because he wasn't there, because I haven't seen him in just way too long. So we still had our Vespers, and there were 2 printouts of what was going to be said, for the whole thing. And I'll tell you, being in the choir has done a number on my head, no pun intended, because there are certain things that I only know how to say them chanted or singing because that's the way that it was introduced to me, okay? Like a little child who doesn't know their alphabet unless they sing the song, right? And that kept happening to me because he said, yeah, it's going to be a reader's Vespers. But then there were times that he did chant, and, I chant with him all the time, so I know, like, what he's going to do, or, you get used to the way a certain person chants, or then there are certain ones that, you're keeping on a certain tone. Oh my gosh. This is embarrassing. So anyways, there was one portion, after the end, I was talking to one of the subdeacons, and I was asking him if he had an extra printout or if he had the extra one, and he said, yeah, I can have it. And I said, thanks. And so we were talking about that, there were certain points at which we just read certain things that really struck us. And so his was DOXASTICON for souls that okay, wait. Glory to the Father and Son, to the Holy Spirit. The beginning of the creation of my stature was by thy creating command. For when thou didst will to perfect me, thou didst make me an animal composed of two natures, visible and invisible. As for my body, thou didst create it from the earth, and as for my soul, thou didst grant me thy divine enlivening breath. Wherefore, Christ, grant rest to thy servants in the land of the living, in the dwelling places of the righteous. Okay, and then the one that was just like so incredible for me to read is THEOTOKION in tone 1, and it's both now and ever and unto ages of ages. Amen. Let us sing the praises of Mary the Virgin, door of heaven, glory of all the world, sprung forth from man, who also did spare the Lord, the song of the bodiless powers, and the enriching of the faithful. For she revealed herself as heaven and the temple of the Godhead. She destroyed the bulwarks of enmity and ushered in peace, and did throw open the kingdom. Wherefore, in that we possess this confirmation of our faith, we have a defender, even the Lord, who was born of her. Be bold. Therefore, be bold, ye people of God, for he, the all-powerful, will vanquish all your enemies. Anyways, so then there was Glad Sunlight, which everybody else knew that one, and that's one that I don't know. Then they go into Vouchsafe, O Lord, and that I do know. That was the one where I was like, I can't say. I was stumbling over like Vouchsafe, O Lord. Like it was like I couldn't even read it because I'm like, Vouchsafe, O Lord, and I'm like singing it in my head. I can't. Anyways, so it was very quiet and very wonderful and very beautiful, and I was really glad I got to be there and I got to meet some new people, and they were just so much fun to chat with. And now I have a decision to make, but it's not going to really be my decision. Okay, because tomorrow is Saturday of the Souls, and then Sunday is Meet Fair Judgment Sunday, and I love Judgment Sunday. I don't like the Meet Fair part of it, but I do love the Judgment part of it. And I don't think that I can go with my son 2 days in a row like that. I kind of have to pick a Sunday. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be too tired in the morning, and that, well, I kind of feel like I already sort of started to do it tonight. So maybe I'm sort of saying, I guess I do know that I'm going to go on Sunday. But it'll be my second time bringing him. Tonight, when I was leaving, he goes, can I go to church with you? Can I go to church? And I'm like, I couldn't believe he asked me. And I told him, you know, could we go tomorrow? Could we go? And he's like, yeah, and he was kind of disappointed. And then when I came home and I told him, you know, we can go tomorrow, he was like, he thought we were going then, of course. And he's like, oh, so excited. He's happy he wants to go. But it's nice that's the response he has. It's an amazing thing to watch him with it. So anyways, I hope that you have a really wonderful, amazing honoring of your ancestors and all the past saints who pray with us, and I hope you have a great weekend going into Meat Fair. I've been cooking my oxtail soup all week because it's like the last one, you know, it's like I have to do it. And then I guess next week I start the lentils, and it's just going to be lentils for 40 days, which is fine, and pea soup, and yeah. Anyways, you know the drill. Vegan, blah, blah, blah. So I hope everybody's doing really well, and peace on your heart.